glory of the coming of the Lord.
A ceremony honoring Martin Luther King Jr. held in Memphis, Tennessee today at the site where he was killed 5 decades ago at the age of 39.
Thank you for the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King.
On the somber occasion, the first black president of the United States, Barack Obama, sending this message.
Because of him, because of his glorious words and deeds, because of his hopeful vision and his moral imagination, we found the courage to come as far as we have. Because of him and his fellow marchers, barricades began to fall and bigotry began to fade. Laws changed, but so did hearts and minds.
Family photos showing Martin Luther King Jr. shared by his daughter Bernice today as the world remembers the civil rights icon 50 years after he was assassinated. And his daughter posting on Twitter that the most authentic way to honor her father is to commit to the work of creating a more peaceful, just, humane world. King, a Baptist pastor and civil rights leader, worked to end legal segregation of African Americans. In 1963 in Washington, where a monument honoring his legacy now stands, he delivered his I Have a Dream speech. 1 year later, the advocate for nonviolent resistance was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize.
I feel that we can still have a nonviolent demonstration and that we will have a nonviolent demonstration here in Memphis.
While supporting striking sanitation workers in Memphis, King was shot and killed on this day in 1968 as he was standing on the balcony of the Lorraine Motel. The motel is now part of the National Civil Rights Museum. Room 306, where King was staying, preserved, frozen in time.
50 years later, we still have work to do.
Congressman John Lewis, a civil rights leader himself, who walked with King in Selma, Alabama.
I would rather die on the highways of Alabama than make a butchery of my conscience. Yes,
says the U.S. is still far from King's vision of racial equality.
There are forces in America, in our society at large, that want to take us back to another time, to another place, and we have to say we've come too far. We're not going back. We're going to build a beloved community.
King's legacy is living on through his 9-year-old granddaughter,
Renee King,
who just last month spoke at the March for Our Lives rally calling for gun reform in Washington.
My grandfather had a dream that his 4 little children will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream that enough is enough.